sucks. How the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Leonte? Oh, that's crazy. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy fucking Monday. Come on in. Come on in. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on in. Alright, so happy Monday, everyone. Happy freaking Monday. I am waiting for my Twitch. Every time I sit down here, it's just like somebody's stealing my stuff. Anyway, we here. Let me fix this because you know we don't need everything all out and whatnot, but we're just gonna do what we can do. All right, so happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday to you, happy Monday to you, happy Monday. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my messages are timeless. So when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. All right, Pisces. It says million. I don't think this is mine. Either way. It's a million. It's a million. Hey, 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 hey. Good morning, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, and come on in. I got on a low top today, so y'all, you know, mind your business. It's Monday. I mean, they ain't got nothing to do with it for real, but, you know. So let's see. Oh, cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you're my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside the still waters and restore my soul. In your presence I find peace and strength, for you're with me always. Your rod and staff comfort me. And your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference as I walk each day in faith. In the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and your soul with your will, for I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings that I need. I release all fear and I surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence now and forever. Amen. Amen, 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 amen. Amen. These things is dirty. Let me see what they looking like. Okay, period. Let me wear my smart glasses today. Although, y'all, these glasses are filthy, but they got a bifocal at the end. Um, and I need to get a new pair of glasses because that's the real reason why I can't read. Because literally everything be fucking, my eyes be doing weird shit. And some days it's on, you know, I can see everything, including the future. And some days it is, bitch, get somebody else to do it. Y'all must all be asleep. Like, what is the problem? Anyway, we gonna just, shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. All right. But you know, I need some advice first and foremost. So I need, where's y'all at? All right, so the message is, Pisces, to get something you've never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. Wow. All right, first and foremost, where my people at? Because I need y'all. I need y'all right now. Um, just a little bit of advice. I think I still probably got the same bifocal prescription because this shit still work. So stepping into uncharted waters is the essence of growth and transformation. To manifest something new, you must be willing to break old patterns, release limitations, and embrace the unknown with faith and courage. The universe is calling you to expand beyond your comfort zone, for there is the magic, for it is there that the magic of true creation unfolds. You are ready to swim deeper than ever before. So it's not gonna be your regular normal shit that's gonna be, you know, taking place or happening these days. Um, Let me see, dude. I really kind of hate these. This is probably why I got rid of this particular set of eyeglasses from the beginning. Because although it definitely works here, but I probably need to clean them because the shit's just dirty as fuck. And then it's also like my distance of, you know, what I'm seeing is a little bit further. Anyway, I probably just need a magnifying glass because what the fuck. Um, so while we waiting, I'm gonna just go into my thoughts and patterns of what was going on, right? Because it also, you know, always pertains to what's happening. Any of y'all this weekend, any of y'all like beans? This may be stupid, but literally, I'm sitting over here and I'm like, I'm doing some shit that I have never done before in my life. I'm 49 years old, 49 years young, right? Period. And so, this weekend, all of a sudden, Saturday night, I'm sitting on a chair and minding my own business. Don't even know what I was thinking about, but all of a sudden, my brain pops up. Put the beans in a pot and soak them. First of all, I've never eaten anything outside of a baked bean that comes in a can. So, one of my favorite foods is hot dogs and baked beans, in case nobody knows. Like, but I like the beef hot dogs that are like, it gives a certain type of texture. Anyway, still to this day, I got very simple, I like seafood and shit. Hey, Jessica, love you. Thanks for being here. I got very simple, I like shrimp. I like hot dogs, baked beans. I like pizza. I like lamb chops. I like that's it mostly. I eat a lot of those types of things, right? Um Never once in my life have I decided that, oh, I want to eat some beans. So I'm sitting here and all of a sudden, oh, I want to eat some beans. First of all, you don't even know how to fucking cook no beans, lady. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But apparently, I know how to cook beans and I know how to cook them very, very well. Anyway, so I go and I put the shit in a pot to soak, right? Overnight. This some old school shit, right? And I know if you're new to my channel, just walk with me. Follow the process, because you probably like, what the fuck does this got to do with anything? It got something to do with everything, every fucking thing, okay? Noticing the patterns to help your ass out. All right, the end of that says Don, D-O-N, because apparently was missing a word. Maybe I need to take out that comma and put in D-O-N-E, because I don't like the fact that it looked like that. But anyway, so I go and I soak the beans. And then all of a sudden, hey, Tarot High Priestess Ruby, how you doing? Y'all, I need some help from y'all, okay? Because y'all, my ladies, y'all been here for a while. So I'm telling y'all what happened. Then, and this is part of the process, because to get something you've never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. And me, I tell y'all stories. Like, I'm not a tarot reader, but I know how to read tarot. But I could just give you the message anyway without the cards, because it's going to be what I say anyway. So there's that. So I'm going to just tell y'all what happened. Anyway, so I go soak the beans, right? Didn't do too many, because mind you, I got a whole stock list, a whole stock of them, right? Because, when the last 2020 happened and everybody was saying, create your this, that, and the third, and right now there's something happening with the food. So all of a sudden, this is what I'm doing. So I soak them overnight. But after I soaked them, I came and I sat on a chair and I looked up bean recipes, right? What can I do with, I think they're pinto beans or something. I don't even think I've ever eaten that. Because I think that like, when you buy stuff from the store and shit like that, I think they put them like black beans or something. Anyway, I think this is my first time even eating this particular bean, right? So anyway, I go look up recipes. So the recipe that I seen that kept coming up had like turkey wings in it. It had onion. It had green bell pepper. It had garlic. It had bouillon. That was the key ingredients in most of the things, right? So I'm like, cool, okay, I could do this. So yesterday was Mother's Day, and my oldest son flew in from out of town, and he had a layover here because he just came back from Puerto Rico. His birthday's this week, tomorrow to be exact. So he flew out from out of town. My middle son went and picked him up. They asked me what I wanted to do because they wanted to take me out, to get food. Y'all know at this point, I truly be trying to stay away from eating, anything when it's like shifts and stuff like that going on. And it's a lot going on because I've noticed that, these are one of the things. In order to get something you've never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. I've noticed that when there's a lot of activity going on in the universe and out in the world, that anytime I eat, most of the time from anybody, restaurants, that's when I get sick. So I wasn't going to risk getting sick. I told my kids, I said, hey, gays, welcome. I told my sons, I said, I just want y'all to, I want to cook for y'all. Because, I know it's Mother's Day and I'm supposed to take it easy or whatever, but I don't get to see all of them together that much. So to me, I love when, the kids can come home and I can cook dinner for you. I like that. So when my son used to come home from college all the time, my youngest, I would always have, food ready for him, right? Because that's something that you want to remember. Your mom, making your dinner, making you good food. Anyway, long story short, so they was like, cool, whatever you want to do. Like, we wanted to take you out, but if you want to cook something, that's cool. Because, yeah, I told them I wanted to stay in the house. I want to just hang out with them because, they don't live here. So, yeah, I want to have all three of my sons together. Let's talk, let's laugh, let's, listen to some music, watch a movie, whatever we could do. We didn't have too many hours because my son is on a layover, right? All right. Anyway, so we go to the Walmart, we go get the food, had the best time. So what I ended up getting was smoked turkey. I got like a little bit of a roast because I wanted burrito tacos also in the process because I've been wanting to make this for a hot little second. So we ended up getting the burrito, the meat, the steak. We got the turkey wings. We got cornbread, vegetarian cornbread, because I didn't know that regular cornbread has some type of pork product in it or something. Anyway, so vegetarian cornbread. We ended up getting just the veggies and stuff. Anyway, so long story short, we all come home. They doing whatever they doing. Mind you, it was a little bit of an argument, which was nostalgic because like the youngest two got to arguing. Not too much, but just enough, to remind me, like, when kids be in your fucking house, like, this is the reason why. Why the fuck y'all arguing? Anyway, it was funny, so we laughed. They went right back to normal, and so it didn't last too long. Long story short, we had every bit of about less than probably 2-3 hours. I cooked, so I had started the beans. I'm stay talking about these beans, and my kids is looking at me like, what is wrong with you? And why are you talking to us about these beans? Like, mom, like that, why do you want to eat that? Because, I never cooked beans for them. Like, I didn't know, like, that was a thing. Anyway, so the beans still cooking. We get, and shrimp, and I love me some shrimp. Anyway, so I cooked the shrimp in my cast iron pan, right? Shrimp turned out fucking off the charts. Mind you, I didn't even put in the regular stuff. I ended up using Sazon and garlic and onion, and the Sazon killed it, right? Okay, because anyway, so made that. Hey Kim, hi, welcome. So I'm telling y'all what happened in the process. All right, so now I'm still hooked on, so I'm chopping up all the cilantro. So be mindful, even in the process of everything that I'm doing, it's all fresh. It's onion, it's garlic, it's cilantro, it is the beans, everything. Hey Athena, love you, welcome, thank you for being here. Morning, beautiful lady. Love you. Happy Mother's Day, Miss T. Thank you. Love you. And happy Mother's Day to the ladies. I don't know how many of y'all have children, but okay, so y'all, as I'm going through the process, we ended up getting the shrimp done. Oh, and I made cilantro rice, right? So the cilantro rice, yeah, I hope y'all wash y'all rice, wash y'all beans, okay? Make sure y'all do that. I like sitting my rice for a hot minute in the water, right? So I rinsed it. Mind you, the shit was dirtier than I've ever seen it. And I'm like, why the fuck is the rice so dirty? So washing the rice, notice that, set that down, right? So made the cilantro rice. Now it's about time for my son to get ready to go because he had to leave probably around 5 o'clock, I think. Anyway, so they started making their plates to leave. So they had the cilantro rice, they had the shrimp, they had the burrito meat, y'all. I didn't even know how to make fucking burrito stuff, but this shit turned out so good. My son ended up helping me because I didn't know you had to like blend and all this other stuff. I crushed and was very dumb about everything in there. They was like, Mom, you can't do that. You gotta, okay. Anyway, so they helped do that. Burrito meat. Anyway, long story short, the food turned out amazing for the short period of time that I had, right? But my focus was not even on the other food. So I made the burrito. That was my first time making that. Then, slayed. And these beans, right? So I'm still focused on these beans. I didn't realize beans take all day. First of all, it talks about patience, okay? So this is another thing. So it could be something as simple and is, the universe still trying to teach you something. So as I'm going through, the stirs and the, many different, I'm sterilizing water. Because one thing I noticed yesterday is I don't even drink water out the faucet. So why am I using it to cook my food, right? And so that was the other part that I realized. Like, you just sterilize the water a little bit and then the cooker. So as I'm doing that, now I know to sterilize my water, right? Because they test our water all the time, but I don't know what the fuck they deem as feasible amounts of what should be in the water to let you drink it. Anyway, so now I go look up all this stuff, right? So let me see. It was talking about how each ingredient, it's beans, onions, garlic, green peppers, cilantro, provides powerful combination of nutrients and health benefits, right? Because why is this in my spirit? I don't eat this. This is the second time I done craved something that I've never had. It's like one time I was craving cheesy puff things from Little Caesars. I don't eat Little Caesars pizza. But all of a sudden they had these little muffin pizzas or something, and I'm craving that. So, I'm thinking, as I'm doing this stuff, I'm saying to myself, that's not you. You don't do that. I've been on this earth a long enough time for me to develop patterns and habits, right? We eat Little Caesars all the time. Girl, I just now this year started eating Little Caesars when I craved something that I didn't never even had. Here we go with the food again. I'm trying to tell you, because this is what I'm telling you about these beans. I didn't had so many conversations about these beans. It don't make no sense because I don't do that. Who is that? Because literally, I know how, like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I swear I was somebody's grandmother in the kitchen this weekend because literally the way that I cooked all this shit was different than I've ever cooked. Like, okay, so even for my cornbread turned out fucking amazing, mind y'all. So for my cornbread, I normally put corn in it. My kids like corn in it, the pieces of corn. So did the cream corn. I did convection sugar because sometimes I notice that when I put regular sugar in it, it does a thing to the mixture, to the batter, right? So I put convection sugar in it a little bit this time, and put cheese on it, cheese sprinkles. So that was different. Shit was amazing. It was moist, everything. But I didn't do the corn sprinkles this time, and I do cream corn sometimes here and there, but I accidentally picked up cream corn yesterday, which made it even better. I finally got the sea moss gel. Love, love, love it, by the way. And I was missing my grandma this weekend. That's big truth. I also stayed in mostly house. Happy kids was cool. That's what I'm saying. So they were wanting to take me out, but I'm saying, yeah, I don't want to do, like, I want to do the things like that makes you remember that your mother, is a very vital, important part to your life, right? Or even with the grandkids, because I ended up seeing, my daughter called me and my granddaughters were there. Milan, and Milan, y'all, if y'all know, Milan is like, I don't know Milan anymore. Milan is a grown-ass woman now. They have their own little thing. They 13. So when they 13 and 14, they, got their own shit and they ain't got time for you. But, she called. Anyway, so beans, high in fiber, essential minerals like iron and magnesium. They support heart health, stabilize blood sugar, and promote healthy digestion. I'm like, well, what the fuck? They've been checking my health record because these are all the things that I probably would actually need. But mind you, I've been taking magnesium in a pill form. Didn't know beans give you the actual nutrients, right? So then because I'm trying to analyze, like, why the fuck are you doing this? Like, you are adamant about this particular thing that I don't do, okay? I don't do this. So just think about herbalists, right? Herbalism. And, the key ingredients to everything that's, found out in nature that is designed to help your body, restore itself, right? And not for nothing, as we continue to live on this earth, we're going to go through certain changes because they pollute the air, they do all this other extra shit. Your body is going to have to adjust to everything that's happening. Evolution, right? So your body starts to now so it looks like there's a bird in the tree right there, like sitting right here. Sorry, squirrel, okay, but it's a bird. Your body starts to, tell the universe what it is that you need, because I've been grounding and everything else. So, maybe the universe talking or just letting you know what you need to know, right? Your spirit, subconscious mind, whatever the fuck it is. Mine is doing something that I normally don't do. Anyway, so now I'm looking up all the ingredients. Like, these are medicines. Like, y'all cooking, but y'all don't realize that food is medicine for your body, nutrients to your body. It's like we didn't got away from, because when I was younger, they taught us that it's nutrients. We didn't got so far away from the good things that we put into our body, and just, the luxury of shit is good. Like, food is good. Medicine is good. But the chemicals that they put in the food that they're, processing, oh, let me have it stable, shelf stable for this period of time. So they're putting chemicals in this, that, and the third. But this is all natural ingredients. Granted, I didn't grow it. So it gets even better when I start to grow it. So, we're going to put it on the list, because once I start growing it, I know what's in it. I know what's in the onions, in the soil. I know what's in the garlic in the soil. I know, what chemicals, what pesticides, what whatever, I use to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now we got onion, rich in antioxidants like quercetin. I don't know what that is, but and hopefully quercetin. Quercetin. Hopefully sounded out, judge your mammy. I don't know. Which reduces inflammation and supports immune function. Onions also help reduce blood sugar and improve heart health. Y'all seen like the onion boils and things of that nature. Now, all that seasoning, especially when it comes to salt, but y'all have to remember what seasonings are. Seasonings are only herbs. So even when you get the chives are the top parts, the green parts of the onions. Cumin, celery, the seed part. All of these things are like, cooking is actually like spell work. So be mindful. Now, it goes a little deeper, because if cooking is like spell work, who's doing the cooking? Who's in the kitchen? Because your grandmama damn sure ain't in the kitchen. And your mama damn sure ain't in the kitchen. Who's doing the cooking? McDonald's, Wendy's, the restaurants. Everybody's doing the cooking. The casting of the magic and the spells. Because once you eat this, and now, what is the word? Alchemizes, alchemy, the transmutation of whatever is actually put in it. So the love that's put in it, the hate that's put in it, the poisons that's put in it, the whatever the hell's put in it is what's put in it. You now fed it to your body. You now just nourished your body with, such and such and such and such. I swear, and this is another episode of Ignorance is Bliss. Because when it's never broken down into your brain to the point of you just ate, and it could be snails. Nobody cares. The point of it is roaches is full of protein. So at the end of the day gonna end. What you put in your mouth? Because you're not gonna eat that, but technically you might as well eat that if you're gonna eat some of the poison that basically, they given to us anyway. I ain't judging. Because you're gonna eat what you're gonna eat. So garlic. Contains allicin and protein compounds known for its anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and immune boosting properties. Garlic also supports heart health and may help lower cholesterol. Green peppers, high in vitamin C, vitamin A, and antioxidants, which boosts the immune system, improves eye health, and combats oxidative stress. Cilantro, detoxifying herb, which we done talked about. Cilantro. Cilantro is amazing. We talked about cilantro multiple times on this channel. A detoxifying herb that helps removing heavy metals from the body. Is also anti-inflammatory, supports digestion, and is rich in vitamin A, K, and C. All right, so now imagine putting all these things into a pot, and the amount of nutrients and vitamins that you just gave to yourself. That's great, right? But who the fuck is making that? Because I'm only looking this up because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm making this, right? So now I get on the phone and I'm talking to Keisha last night and I'm telling Keisha, I'm like, something is off because ain't no fucking way I am making beans, right? So Keisha says the same thing. But she says she makes beans. So apparently the night that I put my beans out to soak, she did the same exact thing. Hey, beautiful Aaron, love you. Thank you for being here. She did the exact same thing. So I'm saying, Keisha, I don't cook beans though, and I'm in the kitchen like I got an old ass ancient recipe from the family that just passed the fuck down. So and sausage. So sausage goes into the like it's a turkey sausage. So it's got turkey smoked turkey in it. Then it has turkey sausage, which brown the turkey sausage with some more onions and green pepper, and it just gives like the most amazing smell throughout the house. And so then you put that in there after it gets a little once it gets almost done, y'all. So last night, in the process of me doing this whole meal and everything, you got to mash up some of the beans in order to get the sauce thicker, right? So as I'm doing this, I'm mixing everything up, getting everything together, and I'm all in, because whatever is happening here, I'm just letting the magic go, okay? Because who the fuck are you right now? Like Betty Crocker, like where the fuck did this come from, right? So the combination of all these things boosts immunity and reduces inflammation. Do y'all know how I keep saying, I done said this to somebody a couple of days ago. I said, I laid down for, a couple of days, 3 days, right? Probably. And I just didn't do anything because I've been, trying to figure out what's happening. And so I didn't do anything. I didn't tell that my body was so swollen. Like, my toes, like everything was, there's space in between them. I didn't even realize my body was inflamed, like, feeling overwhelmed, overworked, because, I just be doing stuff, right? So on Friday, when I got online with y'all, I had went to the chiropractor because, I told y'all that my back was hurting, right? So I was having a little bit of issue. So not realizing, because I'm still doing the stuff that I'm, and y'all know because I got in an accident. I got in an accident in 2023, got in an accident in 2024, got in an accident in 2025. People keep hitting me. Mind you, throwing my body out of alignment, okay? So I went to the chiropractor on Friday, and they adjusted me, right? Felt fucking amazing. So that was part of the issue with the inflammation, right? So now I'm like realizing what is happening in the universe, because combination benefits: boosts immunity and reduces inflammation, supports heart health and lowers cholesterol, aids in digestion and promotes gut health, regulates blood sugar levels, detoxifies and protects against oxidative damage. Man, burning lots of dragon's blood, sage. Mind you, all of this stuff. I slept with my Tectite. Okay, let me not use my smart glasses. Tectite. Oh, okay. Stone. Also been carrying that with me lately. I keep a stone with me. Like my purse. Like I got a stone that I don't move. Like if I move, it move. It stays on me. Because this is the one stone that I have known. I don't know why, and I don't even want to say it like that because I don't even want it to, but because it already I didn't gave it way too much power. But mind you, I don't move unless it move. It stay on me, because no, thank you. So I totally get it. All right, so I keep mine in my bra. And period, Aaron, sometimes when energy get too high, that's where mine will be too. So but I ain't been wearing none lately. So that's another thing. So, okay, last night, so once I'm done, getting everything together with these beans took a whole fucking day, just so y'all know. So they best to have been good. And I mean a whole 24 hours, because you soak in the day before that, you're cooking all the day. How many people still do that? So to get something you never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. It may be simple. Um, okay, where you at? So what are we setting ourselves up for? Um, Not really sure, because that's why I'm over here talking to y'all. So behind that, I'm gonna go back to the cooking thing, but then I gotta tell y'all something else. So all of a sudden this weekend, I'm having sex dreams. This week, like, same man. I do not know why this man is in my dreams. This man, okay, so this dream went a little like, out of nowhere. Now, mind you, I've engaged with this person a little bit. Not, I don't know them, they don't know me, but I know them, they know me, right? But we don't know each other. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, this man is now manifesting himself into my dreams to where we are like this. So the dream goes a little something like, I was minding my own business, because y'all know I always am minding my business. I get a phone call. Phone call goes, I want you to meet such and such. They asked for me, and I'm like, this she, such and such is coming into town, and such would like to know if, they can speak to you. So I'm like, why do they want to talk to me? Like that, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say nothing out of my mouth, but that's what I'm thinking. Why does this person want to talk to me? And why, anyway, so I said, okay. And the person says, well, we'll send a car for you at this time. So I was a little bit hesitant anyway, because send a car for who? Okay. So when the car comes, I'm thinking that the person, I'm just going to meet the person, right? They going to pick me in the car. I'm going to go meet the person. The car comes and the person is sitting in the car. So I smile because, it just threw me off guard. So the person gets out and they introduce themselves to me, right? So I'm like, okay, y'all, because I'm like a little bit taken back by the whole entire thing, because I'm kind of confused. Like, what the fuck is happening? Because it's different than anything I would have even thought of, right? Because most of the time you engage with a person and y'all, a friend of a friend, or y'all, start to talk online, or however the new dating goes, or whatever, right? It's a meteorite more so, but the only stone I have found to absorb dark energy and transmit. Athena, why are we the fucking same? Mine is too. It's the stone that I told you fell out of the sky. That the man brought me on the equipment. Like, when I told y'all I don't move without that stone, that's the same stone for the past like years and years. Same stone fell out of the sky. Fucking meteorite. Yeah. She said normally I don't. Anyway, so the person was in the car, so I started smiling. Mind you, now I'm making note. Like, why the fuck are you smiling like that? Like, how did this man put a smile on your face like that, right? So the person gets me in the car, you know what I'm saying, and we're talking, and we're going to wherever we're going to, right? Why them that date or whatever it was must have went fucking amazing, because dream now flips to me and this person is married, and this ain't even but days. This, and yeah, my dreams ain't even shocking to me because I do shit like this. So this ain't even days, right? Like, we met, we're married. So as the man, I remember this man literally telling me, you knew I was coming for you. So I, in my mind, like, and this is how it flipped, because you knew I was coming for you, and now we're at a house. Y'all, I don't know what type of spell or what type of energy is being sent into the universe, but even when I woke up, I could still feel this man energy around me. And I'm saying, what the fuck is happening? Not one day, 2 days in a row. Because the next dream that I had, sex dream about this person, we was already married and already in the mix of, like, the first time we had was getting married, got married, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But this time we have fully fledged been in this relationship. And the only thing that made me realize like how long we had been in this relationship together was because some of the shit that was happening even around us at the time when this was happening. So I'm over here like, you know, and as the dream is playing out, like, let me go grab some tissue because, y'all, my nose is snotty. As the dream is playing out, I'm like, I got a feeling about this man, like, I love this man. And I'm like, you don't even know this fucking man. You don't even know this fucking man, right? Because somehow I'm flipping and back and forth, and you know the scene of you know, we having sexual activities, me and him and her, because he had like, by now we got another girl, and I'm like, my dreams are wild. Anyway, long story short, activities happened, but for some reason then my brain flipped to like, why are you dreaming about this man? Like, you don't know this man. This man could be like, you know, weird for real, psycho killer, abusive, this, that, and the third. But now I feel like I love this man. And why do I think that that food choice is tied to him? Like, me doing that, why do I think it's tied to him? The whole cook some beans, this, that, and the third, because all of a sudden I'm doing shit that, you know what happens when you end up in a relationship or a connection or a partnership with somebody, and you know they eat different and this, that, and the third, or they are, you know, whatever you are and whatever they are. So you could be a different race, but you know, this man black. But you could be a different race or different ethnicity or whatever, and all of a sudden you start cooking certain things. Like yesterday, because my sons kept telling me, laughing, my sons kept saying, because one of my sons, all my kids got long hair. And so one of them has his hair pulled back in a ponytail. That was RJ. And so, and RJ, they all got real good hair. So, RJ, you can see all his waves and everything in his hair while he has it pulled back. So my son been teasing him, telling him that he Mexican. That's his Mexican side coming out. Mind you, the choices that I cooked yesterday, my son is saying, Mom, you do realize that's Spanish stuff. So why are you wanting to eat, you know, all of a sudden your food choices are changing? I don't know, but guess what? Now I'm about to make some homemade hummus, okay? Because now I got hummus in my system, but I love me some hummus. But I want to make it myself from scratch, so what the fuck? Like, who am I fucking married to now all of a sudden that's vegan? Because clearly this man has got to be vegan or something, or that must be the wave that's we about to go on. Because what I started doing yesterday, which was so ranked, Athena, I'm trying to tell you, this man is in my body for some reason, like, and I'm confused because, sir, like, we was friendly, and I mean, like, either way, long story short, now I'm gonna make some fucking hummus, right? And I'm over here trying to figure out, and mind you, I can go to the store and buy hummus, but did y'all know how many ways you can make hummus? Like, you know, it's just the amount of like the olive oil, the ingredients, and this, that, and the third that you can fucking. Anyway, so I'm gonna be doing that. All I got is housewife vibes or something. Meanwhile, y'all do realize I'm a all those things. Out of nowhere, this TVA said nothing all night long. Confirmation. So to get something you never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. All right, let's see. Kevin Gates. So now I'm y'all all weekend long they've been trolling me with niggas like they. Okay, didn't mean to do that because we don't need no copyrights. What the fuck is this? All right. Anyway, so let's see. Let's go back to our original message. Athena, I'm just saying they got me out here bent over butt naked, and liking it. Apparently, dreams feel real. Okay, if you know, then you know. All right, so in order to get something you never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. All right, so let's see. Um, Dream career leap. You've always dreamed of a career that aligns with your soul's purpose, but you've been staying safe, playing it safe in familiar roles. To achieve what you might need to take is a bold step, leaving behind what no longer serves you and pursuing your true passion and unwavering belief. This could mean starting your own business, launching that creative project, or diving into spiritual teaching. All right. In order to get something you never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. So suppose you want a certain type of career, like good morning, Sujo. Uh, excuse me. Your dream job requires you to move to California, right? You live on the East Coast. It's a 3-hour time difference, from here to there. Everybody that you know is on the East Coast. But the thing you want, the lifestyle that you want to have is I mean, I'm just saying, Athena, like the man making me blush and I don't know this man. Like, what the fuck? Like, after all the things that we done in my dream, I feel like we're friends now. This man don't know nothing about nothing. Meanwhile, my dreams done went wild. And so now what is your choice? What do you choose? And this is one of those things. To get something you never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. All right. So then it is breaking free from routines. All right. People say they want to level up. They want to level up, new position, new lifestyle, new everything. So now it's getting friends and stuff that are outside of what you normally stick to. You normally may, only choose to hang around people around the hood or people around the block. So one of the funny things is even about this man, right? So this man, to me, they give off, and I'm judging, so and it could be false, which I feel like is false. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, I seen it. I can't get it out my brain. So this man is friendly with other influencers, right? And some of them, as to which I just get the worst vibe from, right? So suppose, that dream was just a process saying, this is the person that you're going to marry. Like, out of nowhere, yesterday you wasn't married, today your ass is married, right? And you're going to shut the hell up while you doing it, right? You're not going to be me, saying what I normally be saying, all right? Because, I be having specific rules. Because when I get married, y'all, if y'all knew what the hell be happening, I'm going to just tell y'all. So even if, like, spiritually I get messages or I'm being given messages, right? They will give me messages attached to like things of this nature. When you meet this person, don't say this because this person's self-esteem will take a hit for this. When you meet this person, mind you, they done did it multiple times. So when you meet this person, you can't say this, you can't say that. You're supposed to treat this person like this and that, right? Like, I kid you not, I get rules like that, okay? So when you meet this person, you have to do this, right? I don't know what it is, if it's like a triggering of them to me or me to them or something. I don't know. I just be trying to stay away, right? But when I start having dreams of butt nakedness, something deeper happening, because ain't no fucking way, right? All right, so breaking free from routines. You've always stuck to the familiar when it came to your career, staying safe, predictable roles. One day an opportunity arises to move you to a new city, to take you on a creative leadership role. Though it feels risky, you decide to take the leap, embracing change and unlocking your potential. So you decide that you go. Opening up emotionally is hard, because just imagine you being a certain way all your life, and now you're required to do something or be something different, right? Because not for nothing, now, if you want to be a wife or a husband, you have to be a good wife or a husband. There are particular roles that I do believe a wife should fulfill. There are particular roles that a husband should fulfill. I told you I'm very old school and traditional in my ways, right? So naturally, it is, the man is the head of the household. The man is the leader. I believe that fully, right? But you can't be a dumbass. You have to be able to lead effectively. You have to be able to lead efficiently. Because I'm also a woman that is a leader, and I'm not going to let anybody take me back down to levels I done already leveled up from. Now, me and my husband make a decision. My husband says, babe, we got to move to Timbuktu tomorrow because, the business opportunity, such and such and such and such and yada, 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 right? The whole family's going. We ain't made no decisions on, nothing of the nothing of the nothing. But you have a vision. Like, this is what they want. This is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And everybody's just going to be okay with it. Now, once I agree, because this is what he said. My husband said, this is where we're going. This is what's going to happen. I can rearrange my life around a person, right? And I would rearrange my life around a person, as long as it doesn't interfere in anything that, God tell me, or my better higher judgment tells me. Because then I'm going to have a conversation like, husband, this is what I'm gathering. And then, we can make sit down and have a conversation about it. And they still may make the final decision. That's cool, right? But just imagine in another scenario, it's just you, right? And now this is the decision that's on the table. This is what you have to, I feel the same way as you. That's the way relationships work. Yes. Because when you marry a person, you have to have some type of assurance that this person is a good leader. Like, to me, in my mind, regardless of how any of my marriages went, astray or awry, there's only one marriage that, I can kind of say that wasn't really all that traditional. We went into it all the wrong ways. It was my first one. And so I got kind of, manipulated into, and I was an adult, but I got kind of manipulated into, this is what has to happen in order for, you to be taken care of, or for this to be done, or, yada, yada, yada. And at that point, I can almost say I didn't really know too much, so that one, but I'm still cool with him. So, that one, okay. None of my marriages went like, they were ever really conventional either. Because then the next one, I was pregnant, and I was thinking, ain't no fucking way you gonna have 4 kids and no fucking husband. Bitch, that's real thought ass behavior. So now you gotta marry this nigga because, you having kids with a motherfucker. So, and I would have, liked for that one to work, but, niggas be having their own agenda. The next one, the last one, I thought would have worked more than anything, but I should have known that would have been the one that would not have worked more than anything, because that was going to be my true test of, here's your karma back, bitch. Either way, so I feel like, fourth one's a charm. And so, and the way everything goes, it don't seem like, because a person would say you have to know a person for 1,000 years before you get married to them. So to get something you've never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. Suppose it requires you marrying a person that you just met. Like, you meet a person, everything is everything, and this is the alliance. Like, this is where, you know, your life takes a change, a twist for the better, because you stepped out on faith, you didn't play no games, and you just did what was right and what aligns. And that's what would align for you to, you know, to do. um would you make that, would you take that risk or that opportunity, or would you listen to, because most people would say, girl, you don't know him, I wouldn't marry him. Meanwhile, this has been the thing that feels the safest to you since, like, you've been alive. So what would you do in a case where you have to leave, but you're supposed to trust energy, right? Exactly. You're supposed to trust energy. Meanwhile, again, like, I'm giving a person energy. I'm giving a person energy in my sleeping, because, you know, my subconscious mind, because I done went to sleep, and literally this man is now manifesting his, like, I'm living in a whole house with a man. Having a life with a man. Building, like, we had a big ass fucking house. Building with a person that I don't know. But mind you, I literally just tried to build with a person that I did know for a long time, since I was 17. And just so y'all know, it was not good. So you know how a person says you should marry somebody that you've known for a long, long time? Like, I would have thought that that would have been the thing that, like, I felt like I could have talked to that person about anything and everything, but somehow it didn't work out that way. So you can know a person for forever, and it turns out to be trash and shit. Person try to put you in, you know, 6 feet under, but then a person that you've never met in 2 days comes along, and, you know, it's the best life ever. So technically, you know, Athena said it. You're supposed to trust the energy. And mind you, this person's energy gives me, I already know him. Like, whether or not it be the energy that is creeping into this person from this realm that's saying, I want my bitch back, because, you know, or it be an energy from 9,000 billion BC, or, you know, whatever, and it's saying, I've been looking for you this whole entire time. I see that you have that energy, because this man has an energy of my ex. I can see it on him. I don't know if that's good or bad, because let me let you know, like, when me and this person were great and good, it was good. It could also say, bitch, caution. I don't know. But in my dream, they gave me very much, I don't know why. I must be really addicted to vampire energies for real, because these niggas all give me fucking vampire energy. It's almost like even a person saying, I'm going to send you, like, made a whole nother person, got a whole nother person to, you know, schedule the date. And this person would like to meet you such and such, and then the person be there when, you know what I'm saying, I show up. It kind of threw me off guard, but the smile that I even recognized that I had on my face, even in my dream, said, you love him. Like, how you love somebody you don't know. And then it just got better. It don't get triggering until a person starts to, you know, say or do some shit that makes me feel like, in my mind, like, hold the fuck on. Like, you know, I don't want to do that. Trust yourself, trust the vibe. But at one point, marriage wasn't about signing papers. You consummate. You was married. That's what I'm saying, Athena. See, Athena gets it. Athena, you get it. It's the walking away when it gets bad, when you feel the energetic shift. I've known people years and still don't have a clue, versus someone I met last week and heard and accepted. I'm trying to tell you, and heard and accepted. Hey, Mike, welcome. Thank you for being here. Heard and accepted everything I say. Oh, we when demons come back, my exes always resemble each other. Some girl. But listen, that last one was my favorite one. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it hurt my feelings. Like, I still don't think I'm recovered from that one. So that might be why I see that energy on this person. But it wasn't till recently that I seen this energy on that person. And see, that energy that this person carries is dangerous for multiple reasons. It's very aggressive, it's very assertive. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that for me and him and us, right? But also it is dangerous. Bitch, you could die. Okay? You don't play with these types of niggas, all right? And not that I would anyway, but it's just the fact of the matter that, you know, why is the universe now throwing out, you know, energy to say, one, you doing some stuff that I have never, like, and mind you, I put my foot in it. All the food yesterday, all my sons called back, Mom, that food was good. But ain't nobody tasted the beans and nothing that I cooked, because they didn't get done till late. But mind you, this would be a meal that if I know I'm gonna cook that, I would cook that probably the day before I'm about to cook it. Meaning I would start all the stuff, even, you know, having it cooking into that day when it's time, because literally it's not something that you can rush. It's something that has to take its time. But mind you, what if the fact that I had to do that was the part that was the whole analogy? This thing could not be rushed. It had to take its time. You had to soak overnight. Like, y'all, the amount of freaking spiritual wisdom and advice that comes through, even some of the things that you have to do throughout the day, is fucking outstanding. So then the other thing that happened was, and I'll go back to, you know, some of these things too. The other thing that happened was all of a sudden my Instagram, no, my TikTok is full of Cash App shit, right? Meaning every time I scroll, it says they're doing a Cash App train or something where you put your Cash App in. They was doing it for Mother's Day and this, that, and the third. And, you know, somebody could potentially bless you, you know, with Cash Apps, this, that, and the third, right? I kid you not. Every time I scrolled, it was one of them. And at first I wasn't putting my Cash App in there, right? And then I'm like, maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. Because out of 99 times you put in your Cash App, right, you might get a Cash App 2 or 3 times out of that, right? But right now, something is happening behind the scenes that y'all don't know, right? That something happened and now I gotta do a certain thing a different way, right? And so the universe, I'm saying to the universe, how am I gonna make it through this when it keeps being a curveball put in my way for, you know, but I don't know if it's really a curveball or if it's just, this is another one of those things that now you just gotta ride this out. Because, you know, when I got out of trucking, I got sat here. So far, you know, bills have been doing whatever it needs to be doing. And when it's time, when I need cash or anything like that, it just shows up, right? So as I was putting down, I kept seeing this thing, you know, the Cash App. And then I'm thinking I had just asked, you know, for something. And so maybe this might be the way that the universe is trying to give it to me, right? So I literally start putting down, you know, my Cash App. But mind you, I went and I gave a little tag along with it. So then that way it was something that was being given. Oh, I didn't even realize that was finished. All right, so then I'm gonna tell you about this too, because literally I had started seeing yesterday. It was a gang of spiders, like spiders all over the place, and it was just a lot. And I'm like, why the fuck is the spiders? But anyway, so this was the tag that I put in the thing. I put my Cash App and I used the so Spirit Light Worker 11, right? Spirit Light Worker 11. Thank you for the blessing that flows into my life with divine timing and purpose. I receive it with deep gratitude, knowing it is a reflection of the universe's love and abundance. So I added that, right? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if the universe wants to give you something, the universe keeps showing you something in a way that, just do it. Because not for nothing, I'm not even that type of person. Like, you know what I'm saying? When people be like, drop your Cash App, this, and the third, I'm always like, you know, no, whatever. But I give a lot to the system. I give a lot to the system. In order to get something, you got to give something. I give a lot to the system. So in order for it to be balanced, also, you give into the system, you have to learn to receive from the system. And so I may be kind of bad at that only because I'm used to being able to do. You know, I'm the one that has, so I'm always able to, I'm blessed to be a blessing, okay? Always. Creative energy is running high. Someone is summoning Lilith. LOL. Athena, like, we must be on doing the same shit. Because yesterday, hold on, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because literally, that was exactly what the fuck I said, and that was the vibe that it was given. All right? But it's given duality and balance. So being able to be in any energy at any given time and it be the right energy at the right time. Okay? So, you know, don't start no one be none. But if you do, bitch, that's your ass. So spiders, I've been seeing spiders. Yesterday I went outside and because it looks beautiful around here. Like, y'all, I kid y'all not. I'm so proud of myself. Um Even in the process of me being, you know, and I have to watch what I say because words at this point in time are magical, even the things that we don't say. Because literally, I've noticed that I think something, it happens. All right. So I want to be able to tell y'all without bringing any negativity into it, because literally it is, you know, being wishy-washy, and I need this shit to manifest the right way right here, right now. And those of you who are in agreement, know and understand what moment in time we're in. She's not wrong. Creative energy is where spiders come from. So that was the message that I was actually supposed to have put up yesterday, which is crazy that she ends up saying I've been seeing spiders me too. So let's see where we go. Y'all, this shit, like, I can't even lie to y'all. Spiritually, spiders are powerful symbols of creation, patience, and interconnectedness. Y'all heard what Athena said. Mind you, this is the third time Athena done said something that literally is resonating, like we've been in the same energy. Like, literally, it's weird. Because what she's saying is what I've been saying and what I'm saying. Mind you, all of this stuff is already written. This is shit that was written from yesterday. I was supposed to have put it in the blog yesterday, okay? So they represent the weaver of destiny, mirroring the web of life where every strand is connected and every action influences the whole. Spiders are also seen as symbols of feminine energy and creativity, linked to storytelling, manifestation, and weaving of one's own fate. I just told y'all I got married in like less than 3 days. The man showed up out of nowhere, and our first date led to marriage. I didn't live where I lived at, and like everything happened so fast that by the time this person probably was going home, I left with them. The message and the title, in order to get something you've never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. Like, all it's doing is telling me that something is about to happen, and I would normally take the I'm not doing that approach, because it's going to be like something that's like split second. I need you to go here with me. Now, if a person showed up out of the blue and all you have is good energy, like, y'all, the smile on my face when they opened that door, and I didn't even know this person was there, didn't even know who the person was. They said, well, I knew who the person was, but such and such wants to meet you. I don't know who the person is, but I know who the person is. Literally, the person showed up here at this address. When they opened the door, when a limo driver opened the door, the person was sitting there. The smile that came across my face for this person said it all. Like, I done met multiple people and you get nothing. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be like, hey, what you want? Like, what you want? I done said that to niggas. Niggas that be thinking they, you know, like that. What you want? But something was different. Like, the feeling that I got in that moment about this person led the way to everything else. I listen in the wind, y'all. I love life lately, especially the hardships, the creation after the old life destruction and the blink of an eye. Yes, and it's weird because it's like a person showing up or a situation showing up, because we don't it don't even have to be a person. For me, it was just a person in my dream. So that's the reason why it came across like that. Um but everything about you changes. Like you still have an opinion, you still, can do whatever you want, but everything about you changes for the better. Like anything you've ever known, that's what you're used to. That's your comfort zone. But now, okay, so just like this, I have a thing for East Coast, like, you know what I'm saying, East Coast dudes, because literally I grew up on the East Coast, and it's like a certain type of swag, a certain type of demeanor that an up north dude has, right? And so I said the same exact thing to a person, to Keisha last night, and I said, it's funny because they come in so many different flavors. So up north, it could be white tee, jeans, Timberlands, right? And anybody anywhere can wear this. But it's the swag that comes along with the person that, from up there that wears this. Up north can also come with, the bling watches, the necklace, the bomber jackets, it's a couple different flavors. Like I forgot what these shoes are called. But it's like, when they get dressed up. It can also be like the renegade, but it's a swag that comes along with it, right? And so what did she bring up? What was the analogy? So when I was talking to Keisha said, it's just something, because it's something about me that I crave uh uh a dark angel. Like something about me, my system craves one of them ones, like the one that God sent when something need to be handled, and when God send them, your ass is grass. I crave them, right? Because that's just my energy. Like I'm gonna soothe the beast, all right? I'm gonna give him what he need to be calm until he don't need to be calm no more, okay? So Keisha brings up Urkel, right? And so the conversation, she was like, yeah, it's just a different demeanor when, because they talk about nice guys finish last, but a nice guy could be a killer. You know what I'm saying? It's the demeanor that Urkel had as opposed to Stefan. So when she got done and she was saying something about Urkel, and I laughed and I said, I'm glad you said Urkel, because, hey, Kim, Urkel, they showed the other side of Urkel, and they showed Stefan. And Stefan, when he showed up, it was suave. It was cool. Like, Urkel was kind of like a bumbling ass idiot. But do you see how, like, the energy, so being able to be anything, mind you, he sold it. He sold it. Because when he was Urkel, y'all knew that he was a bumbling ass idiot. When he was Stefan, he was smooth. So can you imagine, because, I kind of fit the bill for whatever. It is, right now I'm this. If I decided to and I wanted to, there's a new character unloading, which y'all ain't seen yet. So it's a new character loading underneath here right now. But there's one character that y'all already seen before. It's like the wigs, and you know what I'm saying? When I put that shit on, I could be outside or I could be on Instagram. Take it how it resonates for you. Anyway, the point of it is a different character unloaded. Can you imagine, like, the smart, because Urkel was very smart. Not even on some gloating shit. Yes, look at that show. I mean, period. That's what I'm getting at. So when you can be all things, so I can be a mother, I could be a wife, I could be a hoe, I could be a businesswoman, I could be, what you want me to be, daddy? What you want? What you need? How you want me to handle this? Like, how you want me to come? Do you want me to put on a business suit and come, and back you up, in the boardroom? Like, what do we need to get the charts out? Like, what you want me to do? And so sometimes you may have to wear multiple hats, but one of these things may pull you out of your comfort zone because, imagine having to walk into a boardroom. So I can give y'all this thought process. My first and I hate doing this because I don't like really adjusting too much because but anyway, so my first real estate, so I did real estate in Delaware, right? Not for too long, because when I did real estate, it was during the height of the housing crash, right? And so I remember going to sit in a boardroom, and mind you, I got jackets and coats. These are the things. So when you start to be different, or you start to do different things. So at that time, going into real estate, it's a certain demeanor, certain type of dress. So at that point, I had like the pea coats, the ones that button down and look very, work sophisticated. I can show them to y'all if y'all, because I got them out there. They like cashmere, like that type of thing, dress suits, that type of shit, right? And I can remember the first time going and sitting in a boardroom with a group of others, because I was probably the only black girl in there, right, at this point in time. It wasn't at this, because I worked at Patterson Swartz, so I don't think there was anybody in there. And this was a moment that I failed because I did some hood shit, not that moment, but when I first got there, dressed the part, looked the part, because I can fit in anywhere. Okay, that's just one thing about me. I can fit in anywhere, but it was whether or not I deemed I can fit in there, because everybody was saying something about their listings, right? Going around the table and saying something around the round table, so that was real. About the listing that they had, they were putting up that day or whatever, whatever. And so when it got to me, I was talking, but the words wasn't coming out. And then when I stopped myself, because I had to regroup, because in my mind, I didn't even realize how terrified I was even in that situation. These people don't look like me. These people are in a different category and in a different market than me. And not that it was, good or bad or better, because, that was their first initial introduction. And although after that, I kind of killed it, but I had to, kind of get myself into thinking, these people ain't no different than you. Excuse me. I don't even know their background, but, instantly when you go into something, you instantly think that, because they're already here, you don't know where they come from, and you know where you come from. Instantly, you think that, these people are different than, you grew up, and they may be. That still don't make them better. LMAO, if we really want to, we can be anything, anywhere. Pisces secret power, or enough lives lived in the zodiac, and period. And this is exactly what it is. In order to get something you never had, you're going to have to do something that you've never done. So I've never done that. I never had done that. That was my first time going into real estate. That was my first time being around, and I don't even really like being around people. I have, and not to diagnose myself, and I don't want to, but I really feel like I have social anxiety for real, because I don't like really going to places where I don't know it, but I'll do it. And sometimes you have to do it because that's just what it is. So in some cultures, the spider's web is a metaphor for life's complexities, encouraging mindfulness of energy that you put into the world. When a spider appears, it may be a reminder to be patient, to create with intention, and to trust the process of manifestation. It also signifies protection and power of the subtle influences, as their webs are both delicate and incredibly strong. Mind you, this has been my whole weekend. Like, literally, my whole weekend has been talking to me. Yesterday is when the spiders, decided that they wanted to manifest. But in the process of that, yesterday, before my sons got here, I had decided clean the whole entire house because we was going to go live. So I went live. Matter of fact, it's probably a live up here right now. And we ended up leaving the house. So the house was under surveillance by y'all. I don't know what happened. But when I came back, all the cameras had shut down. So that was another thing. But anyway, long story short, I saw a fat ass pregnant spider, big ass bitch, and then a spider because I was trying to figure out how the fuck it got up there. But anyway, spider just crawled across the ceiling, and I was trying to get that shit taken away. But anyway, back to dream career leap. You've always dreamed of a career that aligns with your soul's purpose, but you've been playing it safe in familiar roles. You could literally be cutting yourself short by not wanting to get out of your comfort zone, by wanting to stay in the same area, by not wanting to venture out because you don't know, it don't feel familiar over there to you. So of course, you don't want to venture off into some areas that could get murked. Another thing that manifested it or showed up to me on the universe was I saw a young black YouTuber, a streamer, went to a sundown town, right? I think it was intentional. I think it was for content. But just so happened that he got lucky enough to get one of the white people who ended up telling him that you don't want to play, like, the things that y'all are doing. Y'all might not want to play or do that because, you could get yourself hurt. But the other comments was basically saying, because we also noticed that the cameras rolling and knowing that they're streaming live, all of a sudden everybody got a conscience as to they don't want to, have something happen. Like, a lot of people want to do stuff behind the scenes and in the dark, but when you put a camera in their face, then all of a sudden, that behavior goes out the window, and they become the good guy, telling you what could potentially happen to you if the wrong person catches you. But be thankful that I'm the person that caught you. But mind you, the whole scenario and this whole play as to it's gators in the water, and we could have just shot your ass and throw you in the water, and then no one would ever know where you at because the gators will eat all of your, like, nigga, how you know that? How do you know that? And how many times have you done that? But be thankful that they were no, just be thankful you had them cameras rolling, and that's probably what saved your ass. But people need to, if we're gonna be enlightening, we're gonna be enlightening. Because that could be what he got called to do. That could be, we could shed some light on these sundown towns and these people who operate behind the scenes, acting as if they're good people. Meanwhile, have y'all noticed how much business of people's is being told? Because if y'all haven't noticed, I damn sure have. And they spilling the beans. They giving all the tea, okay? Let me see. Until you got to tell someone to kick rocks. Well, we gotta tell people that too sometimes. If we really want to, we can be anything, anywhere. Definitely. Thanks, Athena. Stepped out the room for 2 minutes and period. All right. So, radical self-love journey. If deep unconditional love is something that you've longed for but haven't fully experienced, it may require you to prioritize self-love in ways that you've never have. This could mean setting boundaries, healing old wounds, and embracing your true essence without compromise. Man, so have you ever thought to yourself, I got to be fucked up? Have you ever thought to yourself that I gotta be broken? Like, something has to be wrong with me because nothing is satisfying me. The people are not satisfying me. The energy is not satisfying me. Like, nothing at this moment in time is satisfying me. What do I gotta do, God? Like, I just want to do so much more than what I'm being allowed to do. I just want things to be so much different than they're happening. I felt that a lot these last days. Yeah. And so now this is one of the signs. This is one of the signs that something is about to be offered, put on the plate, and you can change it. It's going to be crucial to the next phase. Like, I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but them fucking crossroads are horrible. Excuse me. The crossroads are horrible because it is indefinite. Like, I don't know what's happening. It's undetermined. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, I don't know. But I'm gonna be open to the universe in a way that I'm gonna tell the universe what at this point I need, because I'm tired, right? I'm tired of having to respond. I don't want to have to just respond anymore. Athena said healing is a nightmare. Healing is a fucking nightmare, because it goes along with the process of like love. Sometimes you love somebody and they don't love you back, right? Sometimes you want something and you don't get it. And it's not that it's for punishment. That's the thing. And so many of us think that it's for punishment, because literally, if you don't give me something that I asked for, you must not like me, because why would you not give it to me, God? Like, I wanted that. Well, that thing is not going to give you the growth that, because it has a small town mind. She fuck with small town niggas. I got bigger dreams. That's what came to my mind. She fuck with small town niggas. I got bigger dreams. So where you are right now, right, in the small portion of the world where you exist. Like right now, it's raining here. It's been raining for days, right? Which is giving me a not so good feeling, a very drab ass feeling, right? But when I get on FaceTime with somebody else, it's sunny over there. That person is having a different experience in this world than I am right now. And literally, it could be something as simple as me getting up and going 5 miles down the road that changes my whole entire day, my whole entire perspective, my whole entire feeling of what today feels like. I can get on a plane in a place where it's raining right here, right now, get on a place and fly to an island, and all of a sudden, I'm having a different experience. I'm having a different feeling. Somebody that travels the world or has traveled the world has a different mindset and a different mind frame, a perspective of life than somebody who is a small town nigga and you got bigger dreams. Like, they're going to keep you in that box. They're going to always think that sheltering you in this place is comfortable. Meanwhile, you need to see the world. Meanwhile, the world needs to see you. So you want this one thing that's never going to get you any experience outside, but the universe wants to give you this thing that is 10 times this thing, because, and not the, talk about people. This particular one is like a rat in a box. It's only going to do certain things because it stays in its confinement. This one is out. It experiences. There is no boundaries for this one. You are such a energy that the world needs to experience you. So now you're sad because this small town, she fuck with small town niggas, I got bigger dreams. This small town individual, you can't have that because, you're worth so much more. It's dealing with your self-esteem. Like, literally, radical self-love journey. You deserve so much more. You deserve so much more. Why do you not see it? Why do you not feel it? I need you to be, going to some other countries, some touching other lands, seeing different stuff. But you want this. I know where your purpose really truly lies, but if you have this, you're never going to accomplish it. So instantly we're crying and we're sad and we're so heartbroken because why is it that, little Ray Ray, why is it that little Ray Ray and I can't, work it out? Why is it a little Ray Ray, is always doing something, or he hurt my feelings and this, that, and the third, and now I'm traumatized. One of the things that I actually also saw this week was, it was something that pertained to Mother's Day, and it was talking about how people don't realize the effects that, relationships, connections, family, friends, whatever, play in your physical, your real life when it comes to, just interactions and trauma. And you don't even know that you could be dealing with something, that somebody triggered something in you, a feeling that you didn't like, or a feeling that made you unhappy, and now you're dealing with that without even realizing it. Like a mind is a terrible thing to waste. They're not wrong. So it's like when you start to realize the patterns, like what I said, them beans didn't mean nothing to nobody else, but it was important to me because where the fuck did that come from? I have been on this earth 49 years. I've never done that. So instantly I clocked it. Somebody else might have done it and just be like, oh, well, maybe my palate is changing. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, yada, yada, yada. But what ended up happening was after that, so the beans and the texture. Then I realized I could see where beans could be a substitute for meat, because depending upon how long you cook them, it gives them different textures. So something, I think it's the skin on the outside, it gives it more of a chewy, like a meat type texture. So then it started making me think, well, shit, maybe I should do a little bit of test runs and see if I can turn beans into like a hamburger patty. It seems like I'm on the pathway to, what I said before. I would go vegan if I could, make stuff taste, because technically that's all it is. And technically, even with the taste, it could taste like nothing. But if it could really actually be nourishing to your body, taste like, something, because you can rewire your brain, so it don't even have to taste like a hamburger or steak or anything else. This is what I like, and this is what I like now. It has the best texture of, some foods or whatever. Like, I ate freaking tacos one time, right? My uncle is a vegan. His wife is Egyptian. They're vegans. I had some freaking tacos one time that was made out of jackfruit, that you could not tell that it was not meat. So here we go. Changing the system is what it is given. And y'all, even during this spiritual awakening. So spiritual awakening, if you seek a higher level of spiritual awareness or connection, you might need to practice new forms of meditation, explore ancient wisdom, or even take a pilgrimage to a sacred place you've always been drawn to. Go to a waterfall. Like, if you feel like you're at a blockage or you're having blockages, do something different. Releasing old patterns. To manifest abundance, you may need to release old scarcity mindsets. This could mean changing how you view money, shifting your daily routines, or surrounding yourself with those who inspire you to think bigger. So, like I said about the Cash App journey, right? For some reason, all of a sudden, the Cash App started showing up. Like, literally, it is a thing. If you go to my feed, I have been reposting it, right? So let's see. Let me see if my feed has changed. What DDG talking about?
I can help people. I know that I can help the youth. I know a lot of young folks look up to me.
3 months. Do you have a business? So, starting yesterday, the U.S. is receiving its first batch of white South African. Okay, so.
All right, so either way, I don't know. But anyway, if you go to my TikTok, it's I reposted them, so you'll see them. And so that's where that was coming from. But then it made me think, right? So even from the universe, going in, and in order to get something, you have to give something. Donate, right? So how many people, when you see that, you'll put your information in, or you might not. But the way things flow, so manifestation, give and take, right? One of the things that it says, releasing old patterns, scarcity mindset. I only got $5. I don't want to give this person my last $5, right? But I gave my last $5 and then I got $20. So you could be being called to donate something or to give something to a person. It could be clothes, it could be, car, whatever the fuck it is. Whatever you're being called to donate, right? You don't want to give it because that's all I got. But meanwhile, you don't even realize the universe wants to give you something else, wants to give you more, but in order to get something, you got to give something. I do the same thing with my kids, and even like clothing and things of that nature when they was growing up. In order for you to get new clothes, you got to give something away. So the amount of items that I give you, you got to give me back some items, because I know there's stuff in there that you're not wearing. And instead of being a hoarder for something or just holding on to things that you know you're never going to use, let somebody else use it. But also, some of y'all, because it's been like right now, I've been like burning shit, because literally what I be going through right now, and spiritually, I honestly don't want to put my energy off on nobody else. So I takes mine to the fire pit right now, because we're a little different right now. So fearless expression. If you desire to share your voice with the world, like starting a podcast, your art, your website, your business, whatever it is you're doing creatively, right? If you've been dreaming of going across country, it is required for you to now have to step outside of your comfort zone, to speak your truth unapologetically. So what do you want to do? Even past the restrictions. Most people will say, I want to do this, but I can't do this because such and such and such and such. Take out the I can't. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? How fast do you want to build? What direction are you being told to go in? Don't do the but after the fact. And be okay with stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're only going to be uncomfortable until you get familiar with the situation, and then you're going to be doing it again and again and again, leveling up. It's okay. And it's okay to be afraid, just so y'all know. It's okay to be, uncomfortable. It's okay. But still do it anyway. If you're being called to do it, the door got opened, do it anyway. So y'all, I could have just been talking to myself for real about all the things that I see, I don't know, unveiling itself, and the universe just saying, don't say no so quickly, because I'm quick to say no. I'm comfortable here. But the universe is basically saying, don't be so quick to say no. Because even this morning, like, that was another thing. My son called me and he's saying, Mom, can you come to such and such a place? They already know I'm always going to go to such and such a place, no matter what it is that they want me to do. But the end of the result is I'm one of them people. I don't like leaving or doing stuff when, certain things are not taken care of the way that they need to be taken care of. So, prayerfully. But I didn't say no. I just said okay. Like, literally, it's okay, because make it happen. If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen regardless of the fact. And everything's still going to be taken care of the way it needs to be taken care of. And I just have to, stand on that. So that's the message. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for coming towards my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God. And if you haven't seen the blog, please go check on the blog. If you'd like to donate towards my channel, it would be greatly appreciated. You could do super chat, super stickers, but also, any other form is fine. Be blessed to be a blessing. See you later.